name is Chanel. I'm a bookbinder. I make journals, sketchbooks, and Instax albums, and studio vlogs here on YouTube. I recently did a new product launch that I worked really hard for. I made a 6-week plan to design, prototype, and promote a new handmade sketchbook. All my books are made to order, so production isn't a part of that schedule. I spent 2 weeks taking photos, filming, making an ad, posting on Instagram, without knowing if the sketchbooks will sell. I was just hoping. So launch day rolls around and I'm really excited, but my product launch was a bust. It flopped. I'm a little embarrassed to say. I was at a loss. My first reaction to this was maybe my sketchbooks actually suck and they're way too expensive, and I considered dropping the price just so I could sell some. I was beginning to regret all the supplies I purchased that's taking up precious room in my studio right now. If you've put something out there that you put a lot of care into and then got little to no sales, I feel you. Let's cry and laugh about it together. It is so hard to run a handmade business. I just want to make books, but the reality is I need to understand the market and know what my customers want. For context, I've been operating Bitter Melon Bindery as a side hustle for 4 years, and I've been full-time for 6 months. Running a small business full-time is very different from running it on the side. So it's been helpful to remind myself that I'm still a baby business and I'm making all the mistakes I need in order to grow. After a couple days of wallowing and questioning my decision to become a bookbinder, I turned to my tarot cards first, and they nudged me to become more logical and objective. And then I turned to the internet to search for some answers. Here are 3 things I've learned from my product launch. 1. Product launches are exhausting. I was copying what seemed to work for other businesses, but it didn't work for me. Some of my favorite artists and small businesses who have a loyal following seem to always sell out quickly. It's so easy to feel like if I just did what they did, I kept posting, and grew to a certain number of followers, I would get more sales because there'd be more eyes on my stuff. I'm learning consistently that this is not the case. I was confident in my design, and I was receiving really encouraging feedback on my posts. So my anticipation was falsely placed on social media engagement. All those comments, likes, and shares felt really good, but they just didn't translate to sales. And I know this, I've been told this over and over again on YouTube videos and resources that I've connected with. But it still fooled me. So here's what I'm gonna do. In the future, I will completely simplify my strategy. Instead of hyping up the product weeks before the launch date, I'm going to make it available as soon as it's ready, and then spend my energy promoting it after its release. I have a small number of super supporters who I know I can count on to buy my stuff, share my posts, and write reviews. That way I know sooner whether this product is a keeper. Now that I think of it, every product in my shop has required some sort of tweaking months after they've gone live. Number 2, don't take low sales personally. Having low sales isn't about me or my art. I just didn't do the research as to whether this product was in demand and who would buy it. And I didn't do research because I've sold plenty of sketchbooks in my shop. Looking back, these new sketchbooks are a departure from my usual style, so I should have done more market research. I was just so excited about the new design because I use a bookbinding technique that's new to me. Bookbinding is a very small niche in this part of the world, so people probably aren't searching for handmade books. And not very many people know about the art of bookbinding, which is a reason why I decided to start this YouTube channel. I feel like I need to take the extra step to show people why handmade books are more expensive and why they're worth it. People need multiple points of contact before buying something, so I just need to be patient and make sure I'm communicating and reaching people consistently. Also, I worry that my product line and my paper choices might be overwhelming. I love making all kinds of books, journals, sketchbooks, photo albums, but I wonder if I should just stick to one thing or really push for one thing so that people can remember me easily. Here's what I'm going to do. Just keep posting and do more market research. I do market research really simply because I'm still learning. So if you have other strategies, let me know in the comments. I browse Etsy to see what other bookbinders are doing. I never copy their designs. What I do is reference their prices, their descriptions, and I read reviews to see what customers are looking for. Because I spend a lot of time watching journalers and artists on YouTube, I have a sense of the types of journals and sketchbooks people like to use. Number 3, understanding how e-commerce works is confusing but necessary. I haven't been checking my shop analytics consistently, and I should better understand the data. I'm in no place to give you advice on this, but here are all the topics that I find myself returning to when it comes to learning about running an online shop. You can easily find videos on each of these topics: Etsy SEO, Google SEO, platform algorithm, writing copy, and conversion rate optimization. This can be overwhelming, so what I've done is stick to one platform and learn all about that platform first. I've also implemented a lot of learnings from my go-to online training resources that I'll link in the description. These resources include Creative Hive Co., Tizit HQ, and Marie Forleo. My shop's conversion rate is sitting at 1.5%, which is pretty good. A conversion rate is the number of people who take action on your website, for example, making a purchase, versus the number of visitors on your website. I've learned that 1% and up is typical and means that you're doing okay. So my shop just isn't getting enough traffic. So I've decided to put my time and money into trying out paid ads. I learned that paid ads could be really effective for handmade businesses, and it could be a major way for me to reach the demographics that are buying my books the most. I've tried paid ads for a short period of time on Instagram and Facebook before, but it just didn't give me the results I wanted. I'm going to try again, and it feels scary, but I'm going to do my research this time and try to do it right. This is scary for me because I'll be investing a lot more money this time, and there's no guarantee that it's going to lead to sales. Here goes nothing. If you're a handmade business, I hope sharing my experience gave you some things to think about. It definitely helped me turn this setback into a big learning moment. Of course, I'll continue to make new designs and take you along on my journey. I just won't be making a big deal out of it, hype myself up, and set myself up for disappointment. If you've related to any of this, I would love to hear your experiences in the comments. I'm committed to growing and making more content here on YouTube, so I invite you to follow my handmade business journey by subscribing. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time. Lucy. Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
That's good.
I have a small one. Just keep posting, just keep posting. I'm like fighting my eyes to stay naturally open because the light is feeling brighter for some reason.